All right, everybody. Once again, it's a special Friday edition of the FusionCast. I'm your host, Fusion64. Along with me, my co-host, not so sleepy, Rebel Blood 80. How you doing?
Oh, I'm very sleepy.
I like these Friday night FusionCasts.
Yeah.
We might have to have a little discussion to see if we move this to our permanent night until it's not our permanent night anymore.
Regularly scheduled broadcasts every Friday.
Possibly. It might be. We'll see. We'll have negotiations. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to that.
Here, I was just thinking that I was getting payback for last week, making you wait.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I made you wait for a whole day, and now you made me wait for a whole day.
Yes. Were you sitting at your computer the entire time waiting for me to log on yesterday?
I absolutely was not.
Oh.
Do you know we are just 1 month and 9 days away from the possible greatest handheld of all time releasing?
I think you're crazy.
And I have changed our video feed. Not our video, our video feed, but our our video now is being displayed on a PlayStation Portal.
Maybe just a short-term,
30-day stay or what?
Get you through some detox on this.
That might be
it's going to be terrible handheld.
Might be something we have to look into. Oh man!
I was thinking about it. We were talking about that, and we were doing a little back and forth, and you were showing me how awesome it's doing, how it's sold out everywhere. They haven't announced the numbers though, have they? Everyone's interested in it because it's sold out.
When has anybody announced the numbers? Oh, we've sold blank million copies before anything's even released. And it's not really...
Someone likes throwing numbers out there. Nobody else likes throwing numbers out there.
Well, Nintendo does.
Usually losing. Well, yeah, but Nintendo's winning too.
But this isn't a console. It's an accessory. Is that... Yeah, right? Controllers are accessories. You can... Yeah, it's an accessory. It's not a console. It's an accessory. So...
It's a terrible accessory.
We'll see. I'm going to prove you wrong. You're going to be kissing my feet after I bring this over to your house and show you the true power of the PlayStation Portal.
I'll buy mine.
I'm
as
hyped
soon as
beyond belief.
500 of them get returned at Disc Replay or something because they're not what people think they are.
Oh man, you're just you can't put my fire out. I'm so excited for this thing. You're not going to put my spark out.
I don't know. We'll talk when it comes out.
Speaking of fires, the big dumpster fire is PlayStation's live service initiative. Have you heard about this?
I have not. I have not seen any news really this week.
They want... Well, we've talked about this before, how they're trying to get into the whole live service. They want some of that live service money like everybody else. I just feel like they might be.
Nobody has live service money except for the top 3 to 5 people.
And even the top one, Epic, is losing money because they're spending it everywhere else. So they need to lay off people, and yeah. And so they seem like they're kind of late to we need to get into this live service thing, and they had the one studio that they were funding, that Deviation Games. They were making a live service game. It was probably going to be a first-person shooter since they had a lot of Call of Duty people. I think their studio head was one of the creators of the Zombies franchise in Call of Duty. Anyways, I think it was late last year, early this year, they canceled that game. And then earlier in the year, we had the report from Bloomberg that Bungie was seeing into a lot of PlayStation's live service stuff since they're quote-unquote the live service experts. And then that they kind of said the Last of Us multiplayer factions wasn't sticky enough. And, there was rumors that it may have been on ice. And now this week we got reports from Kotaku, of all sources, that they laid off 25 workers from the team, didn't offer them compensation. And then the reports are that the people that are still there were told to be quiet on the subject, which sounds a little sketchy. Yeah. A little sketchy. Well. Right. Yeah, totally. and that the game is not canceled, but it is on ice. And then we had just yesterday or the day before, I believe, they hired like the person who designed Fortnite's monetization system. They hired that person. That person has left now. So I'm thinking that person who's like in charge of their monetization, probably wouldn't leave before the game launches if it was going to launch. Wouldn't you think?
So what you're telling me here is, even though they have the second best selling console out there, Sony is following in Xbox's footsteps?
Yeah. They kind of are. This is a
real
bad. Well, it's still yet to be seen on what they're pulling with their live service stuff. Hopefully, like maybe that was the last of them. I think it's okay if they want to go down the live service route, if they're going to use like second party studios to do that. Like, oh, here, we'll give you money, we'll fund your game, we own the IP if it takes off, and potential to buy your studio, whatever. But I wouldn't be taking like, you've got Naughty Dog, arguably, if you like The Last of Us or whatever or not, there's no denying that they're one of like top 5 studios in all of gaming, really. Yeah, that seems like a really poor decision to may have them, who usually only makes like these single player linear cinematic games, to design a live service multiplayer game.
I have no love for Naughty Dog, so yeah, go ahead, let them do that.
Okay, well,
you're
not being objective here, so that's fine.
Well, neither are you saying that they're one of the best
You
studios
don't think
out
that, you don't think that they're one of the best studios out there?
No, because I don't really like any of the games they put out.
Okay.
I do not like The Last of Us, and I did not like the original Uncharted. But I own all of them.
I think you're fucking high if you can't see that they're one of the best studios out there. Even if you don't like their games, you can't objectively say that they're one of the better studios out there.
No, the Days Gone studio is better than them.
You're an idiot. I'm going to end this podcast right now. That was one of the stupidest statements I've ever heard. But I don't think it's smart.
They're overrated.
To have
highly overrated
a team that's primarily made single player games like what they make, try and make like live service games.
No, I think you're right, because that's you're going to wind up with a Redfall situation.
Right, or like look at what Ubisoft has been doing for the past, like, I feel like they're following the Ubisoft plan of like 5 years ago, where they're like, we need to make all these live service games, and then it's like, this month we're launching this live service game, next month we're closing this live service game we just launched, and yeah.
No, you'll see them doing the Ubisoft thing the moment they start putting thousands of microtransactions in each of their single player games.
Yeah, that's true. And as someone who's got a sneak peek of that Assassin's Creed Mirage store, there's quite a bit in there.
Really?
Yeah, we'll get to that, but
oh man, or they have crazy pre-order tiers for bronze, gold, ultimate, platinum, whatever, like Ubisoft does.
I don't mind all that stuff if it's optional, cosmetic, or whatever. I understand those like games cost a lot of money to make, like the single player games like Ubisoft makes. They're not cheap to make. So if they want to throw like a $5-10 skins in there, a pack, a bundle, or something, whatever. That doesn't upset me.
Yeah, but to kind of touch on what I was talking about last week, if they made better games, they would sell more copies and make more money, and not have to.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know exactly how much these games cost to make.
Fair enough.
You're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars.
They can still make a better game.
How many people are making these games that probably make $100,000 at least a year, probably? I mean, Ubisoft has 20. Did you know they have 20,000 employees?
Yeah, they're a little too big for their own good, I think.
Right. But back on topic here, I just feel like if PlayStation wants to go down this live service,
they should
chase
commit
that money.
One studio to it, not steer the entire ship that direction.
Right, which I don't think they are steering the entire ship that direction. You still got, Insomniac's not doing that.
Well, it's kind of evident they are. I mean, maybe not the whole ship, but at least the lead ship in the fleet they're staring towards there. If you're calling Naughty Dog one of their premier studios, right?
I would think that you would be in the minority that says they're not. If you look at games sold and Metacritic.
Oh, I'll admit that Naughty Dog is one of their premier studios.
Okay.
I just don't agree with. I think Naughty Dog's overrated.
Okay, then we can agree on that. Then yes, it's one of their premier studios, and to have them do that,
Sure, yeah.
is really
People
dumb.
go to PlayStation to buy Naughty Dog games. I'm not going to deny that.
And I think that's almost like kind of the Xbox syndrome, where it's like we're just going to be hands off, and that's where somebody should have been like, okay, you guys do this really well. You're not going to make this live service shit and stay making single player games, unless that's what it came from the top down. Was like, oh yeah, you're gonna make, oh yeah, Naughty Dog, you're the best. You're gonna make a live service. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, but as we discussed before, you don't want to be too hands-on though either. Because I was watching a video the other day about an EA studio being told to make a game, and like, well, I don't even have to bring up the video I watched, but a perfect EA game example is Dead Space 3. EA was like, this game has to be this way, like this, and then Dead Space died because of it.
Right.
So it was reborn.
I feel sometimes they get a little too much blame. Like everybody blamed them for the BioWare fiasco when it was really they were hands off, and it was BioWare who wanted to do like the Anthem stuff, and they were kind of leading the charge on that, not EA. So, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
The Dead Space 3 one is a perfect example because that was EA telling the studio what to do.
Yeah.
And killed the studio.
Sometimes father knows best, though.
Sure. But you ain't got to take a heavy hand every time.
Oh, yeah. I like the heavy hand. I prefer,
I'm sure you do.
I prefer the heavy hand. Yeah, I mean, it just... I think what they're doing with, like... what's the Helldivers is smart. Like you contract that stuff out, especially when you're known for your studios are known for like these single player games. I think chasing the live service stuff is a little foolish. Like we said, like Ubisoft had one of the most popular ones in Rainbow Six Siege. Is like I would say it's probably like a top 5 live service game in the console space and PC.
Yeah, that game is still insanely popular.
And as someone who is invested in Ubisoft stock, their stock has dropped from like almost like 75% since 2021. And I know the market is corrected a little bit, but not nearly that much. And now it seems like that they're kind of turning the ship a little bit back to where they were with some of their recent releases and upcoming releases, like this Assassin's Creed and was it a Far Cry skinned what am I help me here? Avatar, yeah, and then the upcoming Star Wars single player game. It just seems like they're okay. Oh, that we should go back to what we did where we were making a lot of money instead of having all of these projects, live service projects, fail.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing mixed reviews on Assassin's Creed Mirage, so I don't think they're nailing it.
I think it's a high 70. I don't think they're nailing it, but I think what they're doing with that is
right direction.
The right direction, yeah. So if it was an Xbox game, you'd be like, "Oh man, that 78 is really good."
For Xbox, yeah. Considering
you're like, oh, it's
that
really
a lot
good.
of their games are probably in the 6s,
yeah,
if not lower at this point, unless it's Forza.
Oh, did you notice Forza is a lower score than Gran Turismo 7? Did you see that?
I saw a snippet of it, but the Forza
that?
Horizon always scores higher than the Forza series. But I haven't read what's wrong with Forza yet. I was thinking about downloading it on Game Pass.
Oh, you haven't tried it yet?
No. No, I think it's only in the early access stages, isn't it?
It's out on Game Pass. I don't know if they release all their games in early access now. So
yeah, they do that. Buy the Ultimate Pass and you get to play it early.
Oh, I meant their full games are in early access, and then they fix them like a year or two later or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so like we've got. I bet you Naughty Dog probably put like $100 million into this fucking game that they're probably not even going to release. I bet there's probably probably a good 3 years of development time, and then plus with the money they invested in that Deviation game that they canceled after probably like, who knows, a couple years probably. It's not going off to a pretty good start for them. So,
weren't they working on like a Last of Us 2 multiplayer too, and that got canceled?
They were working on that, and then they came out at launch and said that it got, quote unquote, way too big and expanded for us to include in this game, and so are going to make it their own thing, and that was kind of the media let them off the hook, because if there was anybody else that had a multiplayer game in their first game and then the second game didn't, they would have got crucified for it. But
especially since people like that first multiplayer.
Yeah, well, people say that it was super popular and they liked it, and then when they go to defend him for not including it, and they'll be like, well, it wasn't really that popular, so people like to speak out of both sides of their mouth with that. And I'm still on record to say they got let off the hook for that shit. If you're one of the best studios in the world, you can't release your multiplayer and single player at the same time. Come on now.
Well, didn't that Tomb Raider reboot have multiplayer too, and the sequels after that did not?
Yes.
Nobody complained about
That's
that,
true,
but I don't
nobody
think
nobody liked the multiplayer in that.
That game had a good feeling bow though.
It did have a good feeling bow. It did. Yeah. So I'm not really too hot on what they're doing with the live service stuff. Maybe they can turn it around. We'll see. I just hope they don't have any more of their studios do any live service stuff. I mean, the Ghost of Tsushima Legends mode was really good. I bet you they're probably expanding that for the sequel. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled.
I have zero interest in any games as a service game. Because we've got that last DLC for Destiny 2 coming out.
Oh, I have zero. I have zero interest in that, and Bungie.
I have zero interest in it because I wouldn't know where to begin.
Right, their onboarding stuff is shitty.
And I really like Destiny, and I have no interest in it.
Yeah.
They oversaturated the market. It's what the video game industry does. Something hits, and then they oversaturate the hell out of it.
Well, it's such a tough task because all of these people who play these live service games, they have their live service games they're playing already, and they've been going for years, and they're kind of in like a steady roll, and you need to release a game that's better than what these people are already playing, or else you have no shot, really.
Yes.
And it's got to have consistent content, roadmap, carrot and stick. You name it, it's got to have the works.
It's got to work on day one.
Right, which a lot of these don't. You look at Payday 3.
It can't be a Sea of Thieves. Though I really like Sea of Thieves.
I think Sea of Thieves was 2017. We weren't as saturated then, so I think it did get a good player base and grow. And
oh yeah, there's still like a cult following of that game, and I think that game's pretty freaking awesome, even though I haven't played it recently.
I think if Sea of Thieves came out now and pulled the same shit that they did in 2017, I don't think they would be as successful now because of where the market is.
Probably not, because you need a battle pass, right? Everything needs a battle pass now.
Right? Yeah, totally. But I mean, there's just a lot more of these games out than there was in 2017, so it had the opportunity to grow.
Oversaturated.
If you come out now, you're not going against Sea of Thieves in 2017. You're coming out against Sea of Thieves in 2023. So they've got, there's so much more to do.
But that's around when that game came out, around when Fortnite and PUBG was really hitting it off, and then everything was a Fortnite/PUBG clone.
Yep. Yeah. I just think it's I think it's kind of fool's gold to chase this live service.
It is, unless you have a really good idea.
Right. Everybody thinks their idea is really good, though. That's the problem.
You know what might interest me? In all reality, what might actually interest me would be a Destiny 3 just to see what that looks like.
100%. Right. I would 100% be in a rebooted, like Destiny 3, everybody's starting from zero. 100%. But
with
like
everything
I can't
you've learned from 1 to 2.
I can't get in on these like expansions where it's like you've got so much stuff going on and you get in there and You've got all of these guns, these people got all these weapons, and they've been playing forever. And it's like if there was a fresh reboot, I'm in.
Yeah, 100%.
But like it's
But
just
I
too
don't
tough.
think I would do that with like a fresh IP even. Like if there was a game that came out and it was like, oh, space goblins in space.
Well, I'm open to
games as a
give.
service.
I'm open to give things a chance if they look good. And
Well,
there's a
I gave,
beta or a demo that I like.
Outriders a chance, and that was decent. It wasn't great, but it was okay for what it was.
It was, but I wouldn't really call that a games as a service. It had one expansion really, and that was like a year or so later or something like that. It was a looter. It was a looter shooter.
It was supposed to be a games as a service, but then the backlash hit, and they walked that back, and it did not sell as well. So Square Enix didn't give them the money to support it as a games as a service. So now you just have this always online connected multiplayer co-op shooter.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous. That's insane.
Right, totally. Well, I feel like that you've got to have like a plan for that stuff from day one, not just like we released this game. Oh, we want to make it a games as a service now. And like a year later, it's like no, you got to come into launch with that service plan already ready, or else you're more than likely gonna not do well.
Yeah.
And I always look at the service stuff as like stuff to buy. I mean, I don't think people, if it's a free service, I don't think these companies care if it's a free games as a service. If there's not monetization, and there really wasn't any monetization in that game other than the freaking expansion a year or so later.
No, but there was supposed to be, and they walked all that back.
Square makes good decisions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But speaking of Square Enix, you'll notice the game on the beautiful PlayStation Portal on the screen is...
Look at that segue.
...is none other than FoamStars. Did you hear about this game,
Yeah, I'm watching
FoamStars?
the video. It looks slightly jank.
It looks... it is slightly jank. I played the beta last weekend, and it was okay.
Okay, but jank?
I thought it's not really as much like Splatoon as I thought it would be. At least, Splatoon's main mode is like cover the turf battle, cover the most turf in your paint. Whoever covers the most turf wins. They didn't have a mode like this. The modes we played was like I think it's like Star Brawl or something like that, where you've got each team has 6 lives. When you get the other team's lives down to 0, one of the players becomes the star, and you have to kill that star player in order to win the match. Each character has different weapons, different abilities, so like it would behoove you to go in there with some friends and communicate, because each person's gun's going to cover different territory as far as foaming it up and ease of foam. And if you're going to go in with a bunch of lone wolves against people communicating, you're going to probably lose. The shooting felt okay. I had some issues with it's a little bit more difficult than Splatoon with the verticality. You can foam up and down, and I liked it. I liked it a little bit. I'm willing to give it another shot.
Looking at this, I don't think it's going to be as popular
as
these
no
media outlets seem to think it's going to be.
Yeah, when people, I was surprised after playing it when people were like, this was the star of, Gamescom or whatever show it was that people were saying that, like, how great it was. And I'm like, it's pretty good. It's pretty
people
good.
People are expecting another Splatoon.
It's nowhere near as good as Splatoon.
Another success as, like, Fall Guys. Even though Epic kind of killed Fall Guys, in my opinion.
Right. Splatoon just plays way better. You can have, like I said, in the turf battle where your only objective is to really ink the most turf. That's the best part about this. You can help your team be successful without having to go out there and kill people. And that's what makes, one of the things that makes Splatoon great. This thing is going to, if it has a chance at all, is going to live and die on the pricing model for this thing. If this thing is anything more than $30, it'll be in trouble. It'll be dead. Even if it's at $30, it might do okay. then you got to worry about.
If it's free to play, it looks like there's plenty of stuff for them to slap skins onto, though.
Right,
To
right, too.
monetization. At surfboard, I see you using your gun for sure.
Yep.
Character outfits.
Yeah, totally. Because you can customize that stuff. When you once you level your character up a little bit, they give you a couple options that change. I think your outfit, gun, your board.
Yeah, I'm just not being drawn to it though, like I was Fall Guys. Even though I never played Fall Guys, I want to play Fall Guys.
And then one of the concerns is you've seen a million of these games start up, and it's like, am I going to invest money into this that's probably could possibly be shut down in 6 months or a year? It seems like, Is
this going to be another? What was that Gearbox game?
Oh yeah, the one that launched when Overwatch launched.
It launched and died in like the same day.
God, I forgot about what game was that.
I just remember going to Five Below and they had like 50 copies of the game, and I was like, I should buy myself a copy, right? Because I like buying bad games. I'm glad I didn't, because you can't even play it now because the servers are gone. It was called Battleborn.
Battleborn. Battleborn. Yeah. Oh man, that game.
Is this going to be another Battleborn?
Tanked. I think this might do a little bit better than Battleborn. We'll see. I don't know.
There's still a website for Battleborn. I'm at the actual official Gearbox Battleborn website. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it's good.
We'll see.
I want every game to be good, right?
Right. I'm mixed. We'll see. Not necessarily sure, if it's how well.
Our character designs, are they decent?
Yeah, not bad. You know what? The music, I got a lot of Persona vibe from this game. It's got a Persona feel, like music, style-wise. Definitely.
What is the music got, like a jazz feel to it?
Something similar, yes.
Okay. Is this a PlayStation exclusive?
It is. I don't even think it's on PC, too, which is going to hurt it.
Yeah.
I know the beta was only on PlayStation. I'm not sure if it's been announced for PC yet.
Well, they probably don't want it on Nintendo because it's got a Splatoon there, right?
There's no reason for it to go over there. It's dead over there.
Xbox wouldn't make or break this game if it was free to play, but PC, not being on PC is definitely going to hurt, especially not having crossplay.
Right. It's PS5 and PS4.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about any other platforms. So.
Well, we'll see what they release it as.
There's a lot of competition.
Not just for your money, but for your time.
I feel like you're going up against the Fortnite audience with that game. I feel like the audience you want is already entrenched in a much better game, and probably has years of money involved.
They could get short-term success with people looking to try something different than Fortnite.
Yeah,
because that used to happen.
Always
like
looking.
When I used to play MMOs. That would happen, where I would kind of get tired with the MMO that I was mostly invested in, that I would try to go play something else. Like, for the longest time, I was playing Final Fantasy 11, and then I kind of skirted and played this game called Rift for a little while, and so it might have like a initial boom to it, but I don't know. It does, from what I saw of it, it doesn't look like it's gonna hold water. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong.
I am dying for another multiplayer shooter that is not sweaty and is like of a higher quality than and that's not Fortnite. And I just, on PlayStation, I can't find it. I'm hoping that the one game that Ubisoft X Defiant is supposed to launch this month, I'm really hoping that I really enjoy that, because I did like the beta. I'm really hoping that is the game I'm looking for. So we'll see.
Time will tell.
I don't think I'm going to be buying COD this year, so I think I'm really pulling for. I'm all aboard the the Ubisoft train right now. So
you're an Ubi slut?
I am. Yeah. I was looking. I'm like, damn. You know what? This year would have been a pretty good year for me to have the Ubisoft Plus subscription, but.
You out here whoring for Ubisoft?
I am whoring for them.
That's right. their games get cheap enough. I buy them. So
Speaking of Ubisoft, yeah, Assassin's Creed Mirage just came out yesterday.
did you get it?
I did get it. I thought that it was. I've paid full price for 2 Ubisoft games within the span of 30 days. I'm not
There
even
is something
like
seriously wrong
like
with you.
fucking 14 days. Oh my god! As much as you pull up our previous 28 episodes of how you just shit on Ubisoft.
I think you could still shit on them now, though, right? Because it looks like there's people like that game for a specific reason, but there's still faults with it. Am I right?
I think there's people that like this game because it's like the first few Assassin's Creed games, and there's people that like it, but they don't love it because it's not like the gigantic $100 RPGs.
So I might.
I didn't read any of the reviews. I just kind of looked at the scores. I'm like, okay, I'm still getting it because I want to support the. We made a AAA 16 to 20 hour game and charged $50 for it. So I was like, I got to put my money where my mouth is because I want more stuff like this. I mean, not like more $50 Assassin's Creed games, but more like AAA games that are like 50, like in this hour range that are, not full price, $70 games.
I agree with that.
And I think that's.
I still just refuse to pay full price for it, though. I'll wait until it's like $50.
I can't. They set the precedent that their games are on sale within a month, so they set that precedent. So they can't really fault people for not buying them on day one. Whereas Nintendo,
right,
that their games are rarely ever going on sale, so it's like, well, I could buy it now or wait 3 years when it's $10 off.
Sale that's. Exactly. It's not even that much of a sale.
Yeah,
it's like you get $5 off.
But I mean, Ubisoft every year their games are like, when games were $60, they were like $40 by like Black Friday. So it's like, okay, well, why should I, if I got a little patience,
And then after New Year's, they're down to like 20.
Yeah. So I'm not faulting anybody. I just felt like it was important for me to buy this game, and I got time before Spider-Man 2. So. But I've only played like an hour and a half. I've just got out of the tutorial stuff, and I'm getting ready to go into the world, and I'm enjoying what I'm playing so far. So, not much else to report on it. I should have a lot of hours into it by next week. So,
I haven't really read anything about the really bad Assassin's Creed / Ubisoft glitches on that game yet, though. So that's kind of refreshing,
right? And I really
like people. Faces disappearing and all you see is eyeballs and teeth.
I think that was only on the one game, really.
No, it's happened on multiple games. It actually happened to me in Valhalla.
Really?
Yeah, it's Ubisoft games in general. It's probably the game engine they use, but I'm going to be a bit controversial here and say the last great Ubisoft game or Assassin's Creed game they made was Unity, even though it came out busted as fuck.
No, Origins was great.
No, I think Unity. You had far more control over your character in Unity than you did in any of these newer games.
I think Origins was great. A lot of people say Odyssey was great, but I thought it was way too big. I think you're just racist and don't like Bayek.
No, I like Origins. Go back and play Unity and do some parkouring.
Is that that's the one that everybody hated didn't work right and was
when it released,
shit.
Yeah, but after they fixed it, I think it's probably the best Assassin's Creed game just because of the way it controls. I think it has the best controls.
I'll have to check it out. I wish if it was 60 frames, I'd play it, but
I'm sure it is on PC. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm not a loser, so.
Yeah.
I have not a love-hate with AC. I think I've beaten 1, 2. I haven't beaten 3. I beat 4. I didn't beat any of those other ones. Brotherhood, Revelations. I don't think I even played them. I beat Origins. I think I got like 40 hours into Odyssey, and I'm like, yeah, I saw like another 50 hours ahead of me. I was like, yeah, no, I'm done with this.
Yeah, and then
I didn't even
double
play
that
Valhalla.
for double that for Valhalla. I own them all except for the newest one. I'm doing in quotations. Even the side scroller ones I own.
Yeah.
And I've beaten Assassin's Creed 2 and the one that came right after 2. What was it? Brotherhood?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I've beaten. Never even beaten the first one.
I played the
Oh
first.
no, I'm sorry. I beat 4 also. I can't.
Yeah, Black Flag. Black Flag was
Yeah,
awesome.
I forget about that one. Yeah, that one was awesome, but I still think Unity plays better than 4.
Yeah, but you can't be a pirate in Unity, so
No, I don't think you can.
you're not a pirate. So that's. And then they are remaking Assassin's Creed 4, supposedly.
Yeah, and I'll probably pick that up because that was the most fun to play, but it was fun when you were on the boat, and then the parkour was kind of broken.
There's some
Whereas
weird
in-
trees and stuff you're parkouring on, and
Yeah, in Unity, it gives you more control where you're able to actually
put it.
climb up and down a building, and you're in control of it. You're not just holding a button.
Of course, you would think the worst received Assassin's Creed game is like the best because you love sixes.
Maybe. I'm gonna have to...
Yeah, dude, Ubisoft is on fire now. The Crew, we got Assassin's Creed, we got Far Cry Pandora coming up. That Star Wars game, I think they're on the upward trajectory.
The Star Wars games does have my interest.
You know, they are. You know, stay down this path. Just keep giving it. And I don't. Yeah. Speaking of, we were talking about stuff to buy. There's a million different, like $5 to $10 outfits and stuff or outfit packs in the Assassin's Creed, which is fine. You just got to go to the store to find that stuff. It doesn't like affect gameplay really. I don't care. So, especially since they charge $50 for the game, it's not. I don't see it as a big deal. But
Yeah, it does have my interest a little bit, but just not at full price.
Yeah.
And I just looked it up here. Unity is not in the top 10 highest rated Metacritic Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, of course. I could have told you that.
I think it's severely underrated, and people should go back and give it a second look. Or first look if you never played it. And then go play another Assassin's Creed game, and more than likely, I'm willing to bet you'll be disappointed.
Maybe I'll do that one day.
Yeah. Do you even own Unity?
I think I own it on Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think I own it on Xbox. I don't have an Xbox.
System you don't even own.
Right. Damn digital marketplaces.
Yeah. So, I was just thinking the same thing with my movies. I own movies on a Microsoft account and an Amazon account, and I'm just like, shit. This shit doesn't cross over.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Apple and Amazon do.
Well, a lot of studios do. If you do an app called Movies Anywhere.
Yes, yeah.
But studios like Lionsgate and I think Paramount, their purchases don't transfer over, and it's just like, shit, well, what do I own from Paramount on here and not on there? I was thinking about it the other night as I was looking for horror movies to watch, because it is October.
It is October, yeah.
It is Horror Fest. No, not
Horror
Fest.
Fest.
Horror Fest.
Horror Fest.
Horror.
Yes. What have you been playing this week?
Oh, we got no more news?
I have no more news unless you got any more news. There was really, other than that story, it's been a fairly...
What about Sony getting hacked again? Again.
I think it's the same.
You didn't read that?
It's the same hack, isn't it? It was like 6,000 emails. That's all it was.
I saw an article that said it happened like again yesterday or today.
You love digging for negative Sony news.
No, I just like news in general.
No.
But I haven't really been paying attention, so.
No.
Sony suffers 2 hacks in 4 months.
Oh, was it? Okay. I think it was more emails.
Yeah, it looks like thousands of employees' info exposed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of important, though.
I don't think it's important for our conversation unless it was something game-related for people. I mean...
Who knows? If it's as much information as you say there is, maybe there's information on games somewhere in there.
If that comes out, then it will be a big story for us.
Okay. I think it's kind of a big story because-
other than we have no idea what any of this is.
Yeah, but they're hacked again, and it seems to be happening a lot with Sony.
I guess we should sell our PlayStation 5s then.
No, that's not going to happen. Even though I don't think I ever saw my money from the original Sony hack. Probably because I didn't respond to that email.
I think I did. I think I got a free game out of it or something like that.
That you probably can't even play anymore because it was on the PlayStation 3?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Thanks, Sony.
There's so many
Awesome
games
with
that
your
they
compatible.
should be remaking. They should honestly be like Nintendo and have like a new remake like every year. I don't understand why that's not a thing.
Not even a remake. They need to go, because a lot of talk coming out of them working on like emulators and stuff like that. They need to go full steam in that and start signing people like Xbox did for re-upping the license to get these old PS1 and PS2 games back. Because there's a lot of interest in PS1 style graphics right now. Have you seen the game called Signalis or Signals? Am I saying that wrong?
I don't know.
It is a sci-fi horror game that's got like an overhead isometric view. It's kind of in the vein of the original Resident Evil.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's an indie game, and it's just one of many. It is Signalis. It's only $20. I played a demo of it way back, and it was really cool. So there's interest for their old PlayStation 1 games. I'm definitely interested. I buy almost all of them every time they release them. And some of them I already own because I owned them on my PlayStation Vita.
Oh, the Vita. The Vita.
Yes.
You know what?
Which-
This hack will be interesting if it was, remember the Sony Pictures hack?
No.
There was a whole bunch of interesting stuff. I can't think of it off the hand right now. But there was, when Sony's movie division got hacked, there was a lot of interesting stuff that came out of that. Like, I'm down for interesting stuff. I just want to see it, though, before it's...
Yeah, I agree. As long as it's
If I want
hacks on
salacious
Sony's
details.
side and not our side of this.
I just want salacious, like, deals. Like, who was doing who in the office. That's what I want. I want the real deets.
Ed and Barney's been in their office quite a lot.
Right. Maybe that's why Jim Ryan resigned. All these like salacious details came out about like an in-office relationship or something.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Is that irresponsible of me to say on the podcast?
No, I don't think so. I mean, as long as you put the words allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
As long
I'm
as
not
it's
focused.
on their side and not like our financial stuff getting
Yeah.
put out there on the dark net again. Because that really sucks.
I'm just mesmerized by how good this PlayStation Portal looks on the screen. Okay, you got to start.
It's not real though. It's your PS5 recorded and playing on. You are a crazy man.
One can dream. Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but go ahead. You can continue your thought. Signalis.
That's gonna be my recommend for the week
Oh,
for
okay.
October.
Nice.
Horror game. Yeah, check it out.
A horror game?
Yes, a horror game.
Damn whores.
I'm sure there was some other news I was thinking of, but I can't remember it. It is Friday after all, and there was something I wanted to bring up, but I got to write this stuff down, right?
See, you threw everything
Damn
off.
me
You
for-
threw everything off with this Friday podcast here.
I did. I had to get up early today.
I know. What? A 10?
Something like that. Had a job interview I had to go to.
It was a really light week, though, in news, really. Other than that stuff we talked about, there wasn't really much going
I wanna say
on
there
in
was
video games.
Something with Square Enix came out or something like that. I don't know.
FoamStars, that was it.
Yeah, that was the big.
That's
big
what it
news.
was that
No,
came out.
no, it was something bad. Something bad happened, and I don't remember.
Well, let's talk about something good. Have you been playing more of your Steam Deck?
I
in the
have,
past week?
and I encountered something that I think you're going to have issues with, and everyone's going to have issues with their new PlayStation Portal
Uh-oh.
as well. Is I live in a highly dense, highly populated area, we'll say,
Okay.
and when a lot of those people are accessing their Wi-Fi's, even though I have premium Wi-Fi and I paid the extra money for the better Wi-Fi device,
It gets throttled.
all the signals
Yeah.
kind of make mine suffer when I'm in my bedroom. So I was trying to
Mm.
play Cyberpunk the other night, and I was losing signal, and there was a bit of a delay there, and I was like, oh man, this is a bummer. I need to live on a farm where I'm the only Wi-Fi signal around.
Well, did you check your
But
speed is when that was happening or no?
it's nothing to do with my speed. My internet speed is fantastic. It's the Wi-Fi signals overlapping there's just too many Wi-Fi routers
Oh, okay.
in such a small area. You know where I live, so you
Yeah.
know the amount of people that I'm contending with.
Are you sure
And
it wasn't the Steam Deck hardware that was messing up?
yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? Anything
No,
to get you out
no,
of
no.
England. No, it was the Wi-Fi signal because it was happening. I had the TV going too, and we were watching a horror movie while I was playing the Steam Deck, and it was happening to the movie as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a signal thing, which really sucks because I even have a booster, even though I shouldn't need it because I'm within range of my router. It's just there's so many fucking people around me
Yeah.
that it makes playing in the bedroom a bummer. If I was in the living room, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the living room, I might as well be on my computer
Yep. I agree.
playing it at 1440p instead of 800p.
We'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. If it doesn't live up to the hype, I'm selling it and I'll get a Steam Deck then.
It's not to say that that's an everyday occurrence, right?
No.
That was just one night.
Right.
And so I just switched over to something I had installed on the system and I didn't need to stream. But at any rate, what I've been playing is a whole hell of a lot, not a lot of Cyberpunk. I haven't really played much this week, just Cyberpunk.
That's all you played is Cyberpunk, really?
Yes, and just a little here and there.
Is it still amazing?
Oh, it's the best. It's game of the year.
I've heard people say like that, which would be me, if you haven't played Cyberpunk, like this might be the game of the year for you. For me.
I think I might agree with it. I played the old version, right?
Yeah.
And playing this new version, it would be tough for Grand Theft Auto 6 to compete with this game to me.
Really?
Yeah, this game is so fucking good.
You know what? I mean, honestly, I bet you it plays better than Grand Theft Auto 5 because
Probably.
Rockstar's
You don't have that wonky...
smash the button to run, like, yeah, auto targeting.
The momentum and movement.
Yeah, it's like
You let go of the analog stick and you still walk off a cliff.
right. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Cyberpunk is very close to a 10 out of 10 for me.
I was just saying, people give Grand Theft Auto 10 out of 10, and yet it still, controls and kind of plays like shit.
Red Dead Redemption 2 got a lot of 10 out of 10s.
It did. But I mean, yeah, I agree. I do love Red Dead Redemption 2.
I like it too, but I don't really think there's the only 10 out of 10 games for me are probably on the Super Nintendo.
Well, speaking of Red Dead real quick, they did patch Red Dead Redemption 1 on PS5, and it now does run at 60.
Yes, I saw that. Is that better than the Xbox version? I meant to go on my Xbox and see.
I think so, because I think the Xbox is just the 4K back compat one.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's the 360.
It's locked at a 30. So
they didn't release this on Xbox because it's got the back compat version.
Though Xbox does offer an FPS limit break on the games. I just meant to go on there and check to see if it had that. I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah,
I do have it installed. So.
I don't think it does, or at least it didn't before this on that game.
I'll take a look. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. Well, it's not a patch so much as it is the Xbox itself forcing extra frames per second. So maybe it won't.
Yeah, I don't know if I think if the game's locked to 30 or if you, I don't know if you can do that unless it's got an unlocked frame rate on some of those games.
You know what the real problem is these bastards not releasing that game on PC.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that's still not on PC either.
What assholes.
Dude, please go back there and just give us 60 on Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd go back and buy. I'd even buy that game for probably $50 if they re-released it on PS5.
You're not the first person to say that. Yeah.
Like, seriously. And I'm glad I had the Switch Red Dead 1 physical pre-ordered and I canceled it. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'll get it on sale on PS5 here, like for the holidays or something like that. So that was.
How does it play on the PS5? Any word on that?
What, Red Dead?
Yeah.
Red Dead 1.
Like you don't have it yet, right?
No,
So
I don't have it. No, I'm gonna wait for a sale, but I was gonna get it on Switch, but now that it's 60,
I haven't looked up any
here,
reviews on it.
now that it's 60 here, I'll probably just get it when it's on sale on PS5. So that was an exciting surprise, actually, this week.
Yeah. Well, they also kind of fixed those Grand Theft Auto ports too, or not ports. They were
"Quote unquote" remasters, or basically, yeah.
What aren't they more like remakes though? Because they were completely redone in the Unreal Engine.
Kind of, I think. I wouldn't know if I would really call them remakes. I guess I don't know.
The remaster should be the original game and game engine.
I feel like I heard those were based off the iOS ports, but I could be wrong. But I thought that's what I heard.
I don't know. I'm not that interested to find out though.
No,
I own them.
I think I did play one of
okay.
them. One of them was on like PS Plus or something, and I think I played it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. This is yeah, okay." And then yeah, I was like, "I don't need to play these." They were
kind of the same.
They were great when I had a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, this game was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
now it kind of sucks.
Right? Yeah. So I didn't feel too compelled to play it. So yeah, I'm excited to play Cyberpunk this year. I think that's probably going to be my after Spider-Man game.
Did you buy it yet?
I did. I bought it this last week or something.
Okay, yeah, I thought you said that last week.
It was on sale for $30. I bought it. And they had Phantom what is it? Phantom Liberty? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Included with the price?
No, they had that on sale for like $26 because I think it's for $30. I was like, you know what? I'll wait to make sure. I don't want to invest another $30 if for some crazy reason I don't like this game.
You could start playing the game without having that and then buy it.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
As long as you don't progress too far, I think if you beat the game, you might lock yourself out of it. I think you could also lock yourself out of it if you start the quest but don't finish the first mission in time. Which is kind of interesting.
I'll probably play like 5 hours of it and then make the decision then to buy it and then download it and stuff. So
it's an awesome game.
But yeah, I'm sure
right?
It probably won't take me too long after Spider-Man because I guess people were on the internet were fake concerned about that it takes around 30 hours or so to platinum the game.
There's nothing wrong with that. 30 hours is a good amount of time.
Yeah, totally. That's great.
What is wrong with people?
Right. I think it was fake concern, but like, yeah, I wouldn't want to play that game for like 100. I don't want any more of these really long games. We don't need that many more.
I'm probably going to wind up with over 100 hours in Cyberpunk, but that's because I already played through majority of it on the Xbox, and now I'm playing it on PC with the new patch and the DLC. So, yeah, I'll probably have well over 100 hours in the game when I'm finally done with it.
Like Miles Morales, I thought was the better game at like 8 to 10 hours. It took all of the like filler bullshit out of the game from the first Spider-Man, and it made it better.
Remember when you would buy a PlayStation 2 game and you'd get it home and you'd beat it in like a couple of days, and that was okay?
Yeah, that was totally fine. Or a Nintendo game you could beat in like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, that was great. Let's play it again.
Yeah. Or finding a good indie game and beating it in just like 2 days over a weekend.
Yeah. We're just old though. I think we're out of maybe these young kids got too much time on their hands.
These damn young whippersnappers
right.
that have their whole life ahead of them. Stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games like I used to.
Oh my god, I get up at 4 in the morning and play video games. That's the best time. Is like you drink your coffee at like 5 in the morning and you get like a couple hours to play in peace and quiet.
Are you talking about now?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the old man in you.
I know. Yeah, seriously, it's great.
Kids don't
It's
wake up
amazing.
early.
No.
When I was younger, I was playing Xenogears, and I would stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, then wake up and go to work at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Fucking Xenogears, man. That fucking game.
Xenogears, baby.
Awesome game. Square needs to re-release that game. Bastards.
So, have you come up across any issues or anything with your Steam Deck that you don't like now that you've had more time with it, or?
Not really. Sometimes it takes a while to boot up, I think. Because it's not...
Do you power it off all the time, or are you talking wake it up, or to just full power cycle?
Both. Longer than I would like, but the more I think about it, it's not really it's not like the Switch. It is more powerful than the Switch. So the wake up timer does...
I mean, it's got a
taking
full
longer...
computer operating system in it, basically. So
Makes sense to me, right?
yeah.
Where my Switch, I usually almost always just kind of put it in sleep mode, so it's always ready to go, unless there's a Switch update or an update for the game that I have saved, which pisses me off. Nothing like, oh, I'll come back to this game in a little while, and then you hit the button just to put it to sleep, and you come back and it's like, there's an update for this game, exiting you out. Like, you son, I didn't save, you bastards.
Well, I'm glad you like your Steam Deck. Glad you like it.
I do. It's fantastic. I think you'd like one too.
There was a game that I played last weekend that I wasn't expecting to play, and I really liked it, and that is Eastward.
Yeah, you asked me about it, and so I downloaded it.
I
And there's supposedly new DLC on the way for it, or out for it.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a free Nintendo Switch trial for Nintendo Switch Online members, and I'm like, you know what? And you know how they've got those like rewards under the online part where you can get like points for, you give you missions every month or so. One of them was to download that and play it, and I was like, whatever. I'll try to get my 100 free, platinum points or whatever it is, and I started playing. I'm like, man, this is really good. It reminded me of like a mix between like Zelda and like Earthbound. Like, it's got a lot of dialogue, and the tone is kind of like Earthbound, but like the gameplay is somewhat kind of like Zelda. It's got like, when you'd find like hidden secrets and stuff, it plays like some type of like tune. Yeah, something. It's got their own like tune that they play, like something like Zelda. The gameplay is similar, it seems like. You can plant bombs to blow up walls and stuff, but it's almost like in a post-apocalyptic world. Really good. I think you would actually really like this game.
Remember seeing previews for it, and I really liked what I saw, and I picked it up one day on sale ages ago, and I just haven't gotten around to playing it. But yeah, there's DLC coming out for it soon.
Yeah,
That's probably why they were pushing it.
I'm thinking, oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm thinking of picking that up physically for the Switch and playing it.
Yeah, I bought this last year in November is when I got Eastward.
I feel like it was on Game Pass at once.
I think it's on Game Pass right now.
It might be, yeah. But like, yeah, crazy the stuff that like, oh yeah, I just went in there. I'm like, yeah, let me just get these platinum points real quick. I'll boot this thing up, and like the opening like cutscene like had me interested. Then I played it a little bit. I'm like, man, this is actually really damn good. So I spent like, I don't know, quite a few hours playing it, and then
was it a limited time demo?
It was, yeah. It was like three or 4 days or something like that.
Were you able to play the whole game if you wanted to within that time?
I think so.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's almost a Game Pass thing on Nintendo.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I obviously didn't have the time to do that. But yeah, so that game is definitely on my radar, something to pick up when I don't have a huge backlog of stuff to play.
Where are you gonna buy it at? Did it feel good on the Switch?
Yeah, totally.
Like a good portable game.
Yeah, totally. It's an indie game, like a top-down-ish type game, so it feels like perfectly at home. It feels like a Nintendo game, kind of.
Man, now you got me. I've got to beat Cyberpunk so I could get on with other games. I almost put in. Well, it's digital, so putting it in is kind of stupid.
Do you have that on
I
Steam,
almost.
Eastward?
Yeah, I have it on
Yeah,
Steam,
perfectly Steam. That would be a perfect Steam Deck game for you to play.
and it's an indie game, so I could download it and play it without having to worry about the whole DRM rigmarole.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. Oh, Pikmin! I almost decided to beat Pikmin the other day, but I don't know. Cyberpunk's got its hooks in me, man.
Man, I almost decided to put it in and start playing it, but then I got into Eastward. And I wasn't even gonna actually play my Switch. I think I forgot. Oh, I was gonna finish. Had booted up Resident Evil to finish the Separate Ways DLC, and my kid came downstairs and he's like, "Dad, let's play Smash." I'm like, "All right." So we played a few rounds of Smash, and I had the Switch on. I'm like, "Let me just the NSO thing in the corner's got like a notification," so I clicked on that, and I'm like, "Let me try this." I downloaded it, and yeah, that was where my weekend went. I never finished the Resident Evil Separate Ways DLC yet. I'm almost there though.
You like it though?
Yeah. Yeah, for $10, dude, it's really good for $10. Like around 5 hours, I think, of content. So
Nice. Did you play anything else?
that I think is it.
What about did you play The Crew?
I think so. I think I did play a couple more races in the crew. Yeah, you know what? I finally got my 3 events done. Basically, the 3 playlists.
I thought I saw a video of you flying around here on the screen.
Yeah, I finished the 3 playlists, so I got into where I was flying a plane and driving a boat, and unlocked another more playlists. So not as much as I would like to, but it's still a fun game to pop into every couple days for full price at $70.
You Ubi slut, you.
I know. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it for you?
Yeah. What about since we're in October, you got a horror movie to recommend?
A horror movie?
Yes. Are you into horror movies? I'm into horror movies. I've been watching one nearly every night.
Have you seen what is that doll movie that just recently came out? Oh man, what is it?
If it's new, I don't like it.
It might be on Peacock. Do you have Peacock?
I do have Peacock. I was gonna cancel Peacock, but then I saw like the new Fast and Furious and stuff's on there, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this crap, and then I'm gonna cancel it because I'm pretty sure the new Fast and Furious is crap.
Megan.
Oh, I don't think my wife will let me watch that.
Oh no,
she doesn't like creepy dolls.
It's actually really funny and actually pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. I think where is this at? I feel like it's a Peacock movie. Anyways.
Oh, you have any interest in Liza P?
Not for sale, no.
It looks like it's doing really good, though. A lot of people are saying good things about it.
It is. I think I'm done buying those really hard games.
You haven't even given Elden Ring a chance, though.
I have not. I just I can't play Liza P when I have Elden Ring still to play.
Fair enough.
And I did give it a chance, but I wasn't in the right mood. But I don't know. I'm not interested in beating my head against the wall anymore.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Because I think I downloaded on Game Pass.
Well, yeah, if I had a Game Pass, I would give it a shot. I mean, I did like the demo, but I did die a bit, and you get frustrated, and you have kids come down, and you just want, shut up! I'm fucking losing in this game. I'll kill you. Other distractions doesn't help. I want to play games and have fun. I want to climb. I want to hold the X button in Assassin's Creed and just automatically climb everything I run into.
And you're what's wrong with the world.
That's what I want to do. So,
Fair enough. All right. Well, if Meg is on
Megan.
Peacock,
Megan, we watched it somewhere. I feel like it was on Peacock or Prime, maybe.
Well, I have both. I will look for it, and I will
have
check
your
it out.
wife watch the trailer, and you should just have it playing when she watches.
No, she's seen the trailer. She doesn't.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's on Prime. Yeah.
She doesn't like that, and she doesn't like.
Yeah,
clowns.
it's a Prime movie, so yeah, it's very good.
Well, what I'm going to recommend is like in the total opposite direction of yours, and I'm going to say check out Night of the Demons.
Night of the Demons
from 1988. Yes.
Okay. Is that
Not
any streaming services right now?
I think it's on Prime under their what the hell's their free channel called? Freevee.
Okay.
I think you'd watch it there. Yeah, that's a good campy horror movie from the 80s.
Nice.
Yes, free with ads on Freevee on Prime.
All right, cool. Did you see? Is it Prime that's putting ads into everything now, unless you pay an extra $3?
Really?
Yeah. That sucks.
Man, what are we coming to?
Right. That's the equivalent of the pay $30 and get this free Game Pass game 5 days early. Get in the early access.
Yeah, it seems like that's prevalent everywhere.
Right. Quick update before we go. Redfall finally got its 60 FPS mode.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that installed anymore.
Here's
on my PC.
Game's still probably shit.
Probably, but it might be worth trying co-op with friends.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
I like
there's been a lot of games I played in my past that were not great games, but I had a fantastic time playing it.
I mean,
with people.
I've thrown a ball outside with friends and had a fantastic time.
Yes. Climbed a tree with friends and had a fantastic time. Friends make everything better.
They do.
Even pooping.
They do. All right, everyone. That's it for this week's show. We will talk to you next week. We can't guarantee if it's going to be Thursday or Friday, but I will put a post in the community tab of the YouTube channel and let you know.
One of those 2 days.
One of those 2 days.
We'll iron this out in the week.
I'm going to just start putting it into the banner under FusionCast every Thursday or Friday.
Patiently wait between the hours of 8 p.m.
Yes.
Thursday to 8 p.m. Friday,
right.
And you may or may not see us at those times.
We're like the
you will see us.
We're like the cable company. We give you a window when the show's going to be on.
Yes, exactly.
You just got to sit around and wait for it. Or you
and then when you give up and you're like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go take a shower." That's when they fucking ring your doorbell.
Right,
like, you motherfucker.
Right. Or you're trying to play patty cake upstairs with your wife, and they ring the doorbell. Like, hey, what's going on?
And you just open up the door and continue playing patty cake.
Or what you could do is hit that notification bell and be notified so you never miss when
we have one of those.
Upload. I don't know.
Are we allowed to have one of those?
Maybe.
I didn't even know you had a like button.
Everybody's got a like button.
I thought you just had a dislike button.
Bozo? Well, yeah, for you. I'm a Phil Spencer. I dislike this video. I love Phil
Leave
Spencer.
Phil out of this.
You leave Phil out. I love him.
Leave my hippie out of this.
All right, everyone. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week. And we are out of here for Fusion 64. My co-host, Rebel Blood 80. We'll see you guys next
Adios.
week.